It might be Officer Bobby. I'm gonna get you collected by a SWAT team is what's gonna happen, ugly bitch. And you'll get to do macaroni on cards for the rest of your life, bitch. Officer Bobby's here! And there's a whore making a threat about wearing a bandage for Officer Bobby. That is a popular method that they use here in Washington. They will even cut off people's faces and transport them. Officer Bobby was just shouted about by a whore. This is Lisa Guthrie, 505 Northeast 70th Street, Seattle, Washington, 98115. I'm going to put up 3 cameras, including 2 in that hotspot. Officer Bobby's here at the West Precinct. And his gay lover's here, a little black Nazi creep. How's that for secrecy? You like it? And I assure you, by the way, in that vantage point that you have of the closet, this is corner unit. There should not be anybody talking or yapping in that direction. And the alarm is prone to go off in that area. There should be no one setting off the alarm. It is a hot spot. These are zombie reject retards. They also will use what? Trapdoors. And a horse playing family, blah, blah, blah. These retardos, actually, I had it turned around. These retardos will chant all night as though they have authority. They will chant insane mongoloidisms. They are insane. I'm laughing, not because it's funny, but they are retarded. They killed 31 million people in 20 years. Officer Bobby is one of them, and he's saying, I'm going to have you be quiet. Fuck you, bitch. Are you getting the point, bitch? Fuck off. You're going to have a SWAT team up your ass, cunt. So they've got 2 officers hanging out in the crawl space playing You're Gonna Be Quiet. And it's not legal. They're not legally on duty. They're not even in the right precinct, one of them at least. They are with other crackheads and other morons. There's a whore playing leaving or leniency. She's talking in a professional manner. She's guaranteed to be a stinky hoe. She's guaranteed to be a retardo. This is Washington. The mixing of the professional with the welfare mongoloid. It's also based on people taking people's identity, money, credit, and property. She's playing You're going to leave with me. Am I going to leave? No. She's going to get shot by a SWAT team. And I'm going to watch. And Officer Bobby is going to get arrested by a SWAT team. And he's going to be seen on video. Perhaps 2 cameras. Mask or no mask. We know who it is. Ugly shit ass. Melissa Udd's ugly daughter is here. An imbecile named Emily. And these bums, remember, they killed off 31 million people in 20 years. And my own family took part in this genocide. So you've got nothing here but ugly retards. Officer Bobby is on crack along with the other officer. It is a guarantee. And in a good world, they'd be arrested and committed. There's nobody good in Washington. Am I going to go with them? No, they're going to get taken by SWAT. So Melissa Sue teamed. Now remember, these retards like to threaten people, including playing Sue. They don't want people to know what they're talking about, so then they'll play like it's a code word. Sue team, Sue team, Sue face, guard. Do they have a right to guard you? No. They're maniacs. They're acting illegally. There's a bum playing obey husband. These bums like to play husband and family as if they have authority. Do they? No. And the ugly black male, little lover boy of Officer Bobby, is yet another one of the things on crack that has crawled up into the crawl space. Little high voice, little bitch. And his boyfriend Bobby lets him play policeman, along with his ugly retarded son. Officer Bobby has a retarded son. There's usually a creepy doctor with no jurisdiction crawling around here on crack too. They're playing you gave permission. They love to play this all the time. Oh yeah, you're gonna get kidnapped, you gave permission. No, bitch, I didn't, Core. And you're gonna get shot by a SWAT team, you loudmouth bitch. One of them could be an ugly crack coat cousin named Carla. And she said you're gonna get hit by a bat. Oh, am I scared? No, because I'll take that bat and show you a real good time with it, bitch. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna listen to a dirty crack coat or crack coat's friend. And I'm gonna set the door up so it makes noise if people come in. And I will make note that the crack whore and the top smell like blood. You can smell it on two sides. And these are blood-drinking maniacs. There is nothing left of their humanity. They don't have any. Nobody's going to open the door, bitch. I'm going to get you done in by other cops, bitch. And make sure that they don't flee to Canada or Mexico if they shoot me. And remember, Officer Bobby has he has complaints against him, and so do the other cops. They're really not even allowed near me. There's a whore playing convinced I'm ladylike. She thinks she's magical. She's a crack-o. She's a stinky, ugly fucking crack-o in a fucking wall that drinks blood. There is no ladylike that drinks blood. You're stinky, you're ugly morons. There is no ladylike cannibal. You're gross. Nobody's going to listen to any of you, and I'm going to make sure SWAT teams come for you. It's a cry for help by Officer Bobby and his buddies. You can help him. And they're playing Issaquah. Nobody's listening. So Officer Bobby and Carla are making Issaquah kidnapping threats. You have to watch it because you don't know if they actually mean Issaquah. What might Issaquah be? It could even be Officer Bobby's house. Officer Bobby apparently has put people in his house playing arrest and commit. So the ugly bitch met in his house. And he's calling it Issaquah. And he's playing oral. Shut up, ugly bitch. He's playing claim you. Shut the fuck up. And you're going to hear me put curses on these ugly fuckers. Then you've got a bunch of Crips next door in 207 and some other shit asses. And this place is riddled with crawl spaces and it's riddled with trap doors. My relatives, Don and Larry Blackmer, Melissa Udd's mother and father, have long been involved in making and maintaining illegal entrances and exits. and places to stay since the 60s. And for Larry Blackmer, before, also my brother does too. They're tearing either a person and they think they're magical, or they're tearing an animal. Show them all their ancestors that they just tore in half. It's a poor cat. Turns out your grandma was hiding as a cat. How's your granny? And they're playing, oh, and these whores and bums have an obsession with destroying the victims' faces. And so they like to call me pizza because they've thrown glass at me. And the stinky, ugly imbecile just played Maintain Lisa's Pizza. Excuse me, I have to finish the curse so it's against them. And killing everyone on my mother's side. So yes, they got quite a curse. So Maintain Lisa looking like pizza kills. Zombies. You like it? Do you like my curse? So I'm going to do a few things. Even under siege, you're going to, I don't want to get sink junk. I have to plunge a sink. There's a bum playing oral. Chops up. Now I'm gonna do some praying, but I like to do psychic energy work as well. So I'm gonna say my prayer. Well, I don't really want to do oral plunging. It's not nice. They're playing resurface. They're threatening. They're playing once in a while of resurface. These ugly retards. Remember, they killed not just white Semites and warm-skinned European and white-looking. They purposely targeted pretty, nice, normal, talented. They're obsessed with punishing and faces. Turns out my own relatives were grotesque black Nazis. And they've been killing people, Don and Larry, together since 1959, at least. And the thing in the closet is a tri-generational cannibal. Melissa, that's tough. And it looks like an imbecile. You can find it on Instagram. It has a very creepy, scary look. It looks like a retard that used to be in one of the old buildings. 20 years ago. And it was 20 years ago, named Randy Frizzell. It just looks like another retard. Oh, and one of them is pretending that I ripped up the animal that I hurt. That's typical. So I could be in here, and these bums will stage, including with wigs and whatever, but I want you to know they've put white Semites and warm-skinned Europeans under illegal surveillance, but they'll also fake surveillance, like, oh yeah, here's Lisa with a jacket, doing something, wear the same kind of sweat jacket, or dark hair, you're with your boyfriend. They're faking about a rape, that's common. You know, I mean, they're not doing it right now. They're studying underneath! Now, I will tell you that my family have been involved in kidnapping since the 60s, including from underneath. Kidnapping, rape, torture, murder, slavery, illegal organs trade, I don't know when, probably 80s. And this is going on, and unfortunately, this makes me sick. Innocent people in England got hit with mad cow while these cannibals went unpunished. Years, except I theorize that some people that supposedly had MS, cannibalism. And good. If they did it on purpose, good. And a sick freak should have been hit years ago. So I'm going to charge up another phone. Oh, and I'm going to put on YouTube over here. And I'm going to start charging. Oh, there's a horror playing here to go on a date. And remember the game of you're very ugly, we scratched you, ha ha ha, you're going to be raped. My grotesque family plays that game constantly. You're very ugly, you're repulsive, no one likes you. Oh, here we are in the closet, and someone's coming from 30 years ago that you knew to kill you. Oh, it's your boyfriend. Oh, he's not, you're going camping. There's a bomb playing, you're going to learn manners. No, I'm going to learn SWAT team coming here and arresting everybody at the very least. That's what I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn about Officer Bobby and what mental hospital he goes to. And he and his boyfriend might have to go to different hospitals. I don't know. They might have to go to different federal prisons. Wouldn't that be sad? Or maybe one goes to a federal prison, one goes to the hospital. I'm going to learn about federal prisons and hospitals. This is Lisa Guthrie, 505 Northeast 70th Street, Seattle, Washington, 98115. And I'm not trying to flood YouTube, but it just zapped me out earlier. And this phone, one of them, it was misbehaving. Oh, phones do that. Sometimes they'll turn the data off. I'm sure people have thrown their phone away in vexation without realizing what it was. But the data it just turns off. But anyway, and then it zapped. So what I'd like to tell you is there are some terrorists that have appeared on the scene. And one of their names is Officer Bobby. I don't know his last name. I can probably look him up. He does go to the West Precinct, or he is a policeman of the West Precinct. So not only his ugly little black boyfriend is here, and they're all in on the genocide of 31 million people in 20 years. I'm not white. They targeted white-looking, semi-warm skin European. Turned out my own gross family, they're all, what? Terrorists. So you've got some other terrorists here. You had a couple Crips in 207, which is next to me. And the minute I got here, not even a minute, there were guns cocking in 207, kidnapping threats, slavery threats, rape threats, people playing boyfriend that, there's nobody here. They are zombies. Melissa Udd, my grotesque half-niece, is here, and her repulsive mother is my half-niece. The other thing's a grand-niece, I guess you'd call it a thing. And my sister is Dawn Blackmer. Her husband is Larry Blackmer. They're very significant. Along with my brother, Michael Tudhope, they've been adding and enhancing ways to get in and to stay in people's houses and apartments, businesses, or wherever, and to leave undetected for years. It's not ghosts, not demons, it's not aliens. And by the way, the ghost hunting groups in Washington actually, they have covered up a lot of gang crime, including Charlotte Lefevre of Seattle Museum of Mysteries, and then any affiliated groups such as the Seattle Metaphysical Library. I think they may have changed their name after somebody embezzled, they moved, somebody embezzled, yada yada. None of those people were ever any good. Bill Bailey, Weird Science, MUFON, which was known for their alleged intelligence. Well, turns out in Washington, they didn't just kill people for being white-looking, semi-warm-skinned European. They killed them also for being intelligent, talented, pretty nice, or normal, thereby reducing competition as well. They are Satanists. So remember, there are like dual components of what's happening. So the satanic belief system, unfortunately, as well as this crazy system the bums will use, such as coding everything under the wrong name and So they want money, property, credit. They want slaves. They want just listening to something. And I'm watching somebody go by. So they want money, property, credit, slaves. They like torturing. They like eating people. You can end up as a hammer in a wall. Quite quickly, but the truth. And I usually leave here every day. Why? Because I can't stand the smells of blood and other foul products, including fecal, which when you have victims, I would suppose there would be, from what I've heard and what I've smelled, there will be fecal, there will be urine, and other products. So I almost fainted when I got outside and smelled air where I couldn't smell blood because the blood was making me sick. So it's sort of like, you don't realize how close you were to throwing up or getting ill, and then you receive some oxygen or air, and then you start throwing up. That kind of feeling, it's like, you breathe. And I usually get choked up. I'm allergic to the smell of blood, and I don't like it. And I'm probably responding to torture victims, whether it's animals, which are actually more important than the zombies. I'm responding to the terror and pain that they feel. And of course, I'm responding to my own horror because I couldn't save them. Can't chop through walls legally and save them. And the bums in this building hide in a green area of the building, and they crawl up through the crawl spaces. They have trap doors. They also will slither up from part of the crawl spaces up to 208. And people in this situation, or people in gangs, will also slither along beams, support beams, and jump down. There's spaces, evidently, and then that's where the tile will go and ceilings. They love ceiling tile because they can just jump down. But they're not averse to building trap doors just about wherever. Interestingly enough, I've seen what might have been trap doors before, and you just don't think of it. Maybe I saw one in Bremerton even years ago. There's something that sticks out in my mind. And even if you thought I was crazy, there's some people on Periscope that heard the bones and called the police. The police have been called twice. I'm just listening and keeping your mouth. And plus, I like cursing these bones, and I like pray. So it's time to pray. Just keep focused. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Come, thy will be done as it is in heaven. Please forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thanks be to God, and glory forever. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Come, thy will be done as it is in heaven. Please forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thanks be to God, and glory forever. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done as it is in heaven. Please forgive trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thanks be to God, and glory forever. So, also, I probably, in between horrific smells, at some point I have to eat my dinner. I do have asthma, allergies, chemical sensitivities, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. I have an arm that Officer Bobby tried to break, evidently, and it gets lumpy. I showed it on camera today. And I have, I forget all the things wrong with me. I've had hand and arm problems, and I have a heart that is now bad. I don't eat meat. Obviously, if I can't stand the smell of blood, why would I eat meat? And I don't even eat chili or anything with meat in it. Why? Because these bums have tried to reach out around the world and to other states, of course, which are closer, to get people to do cannibalism. And so there are brands that I'm leery of. And there are certain shipments I'm leery of, even if it's not meat. Like sometimes I'll even hear cannibals laughing about certain baked items in certain weeks. It's got this on it. Got freshly on it. That's freshly. These sick freaks like to call corpse flesh, including of certain body parts that they like to play with, because they have all these gross belief systems, including hands, and they like sexual organs, and they will actually boast of sprinkling what they call fresh. These are repulsive freaks, and just that alone should tell you you're mentally ill. So I'm telling you, if somebody's enamored with cannibalism and vampirism, that right there, that could be a trip to the mental hospital. Another way to get these things put away, if you can't get them arrested, get them put away because they chant. Get them put away for using code. Get them, why with code? Well, they're like Alzheimer's patients. Even if they're 10 or 20 years old, if they're calling everything Wednesday, what's wrong with their brain? Freedom. Go away. 60, 70. Why would they call everything Wednesday? Why would they, have a code that's so dumb sometimes too? Oh yeah, they're gonna call everything Kathy or some other person's name. How about adding an LY, and a cutesy name for something really disgusting? Promoting something disgusting. Plus they stink. A lot of them will actually add blood of victims or urine to their perfume, their drink. They think they're pretty big. They think they're in control when they eat people. So those kind of belief systems, let's have any help out there we can. Put those people away. Anybody you know trying to get you to try cannibalism or suck blood? Someone giggling about the word gallon? Someone giggling about the word quart, liter, pint? Here, give me blood. You're going to give a gallon, I'll say, like it's currency. So I'm not going to talk the whole time, and I go about an evening where I basically get things ready for siege, including living like I'm homeless as well, perhaps eating and then resting as best as I can in between alarms going off near the closet. And there are bums usually chanting, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Remember, again, I will teach you that the boogeyman is dangerous. Why? They don't realize how ugly they are. So they're as ugly as Pennywise, but they don't realize how ugly they are. And that gave them supreme confidence. And with Satanism, it seems that they're supremely confident. Also, dirty cops letting morons pretend that they're cops, including in my family. So the moron pretending they're a cop and being treated with deference by cops and being treated like they're FBI or something, and they're actually diagnosed as retarded, like guys from DSC or Laura or crack hoes that work at Elizabeth Gregory Home, and they're treated like they're FBI agents, and they believe they're FBI agents. They'll wear black clothing with khaki sometimes. They'll have a Bluetooth earpiece. That really feeds that illusion for them, it turns out. They like to drive black or white vehicles. The toilet's running. You can hear that. There's a sink problem in this area. Like I said, there's a reason they killed off anyone good or smart. I don't want to splatter the sink. That's a disgusting noise, and I apologize, but I have to do things, Woo! It stinks. I dropped a sock in there, and I'm going to teach you about water. Now, black Nazis have flagrantly bragged about poisoning me, so have others. If you were white, Semite, or warm-skinned European, or white-looking, the dirty cops were even in on poisoning you, especially if you'd ever told about drug labs. And they actually, along with my family that I mentioned with their construction companies, Blackmer and Tudhoe, two agencies, they actually would poison people, reversing the like the whole property into your shower, so you bathe in everybody's gray and sewage. And meth lab byproduct, these morons are so stupid, they've actually walked around with radiation and dumped that in. And disease, not just foul substances, but outright disease. They've bragged of typhoid, typhus, polio. The flu is a big one, and pneumonia. And the dirty cops absolutely thought they were brilliant to let people get poisoned with radiation. Now, it turns out a lot of these people, it's also because of the limited moron gene pool. They're morons and mongoloids, a lot of their kids. They're deficient. They killed off smart and nice and normal and pretty. So you have ugly. You have retarded. Plus, they carried around radiation. They played with it. So let's see if I can run this water. I don't touch the water. I actually bring in water. Now the Satanists have a viewpoint that what they get should be pure or clean after they defile it for everybody else. I might have to dig out some of this with a spoon or something, like a plastic spoon. Lid in there, making it worse. There's a bum yapping about an indigent named Hawkon. And also, I will tell you that the retards in Washington, they will also not just falsify old relationships, like your sister, and pretend that you love her, even though you haven't talked to her for 20 years and you hate her guts and she's evil. They'll take relationships that don't exist, including, oh, well, you talk to so-and-so, he's going to drag you off. And so-and-so, you love so-and-so, it's your boyfriend. It's the ugly black Nazi, and he's going to take all your money, and he's moving in. They like to play that crap all the time. And we're talking males that nobody would touch with a 10-foot pole even. You'd have to wear plutonium gloves. Hawkon is an ugly indigent, white, looks sort of white, roughly white. He's an ugly, repulsive piece of garbage. They've also thought, the gang members also thought they were clever. They thought they'd just enslave me for ugly Hawkon. And Hawkon is a person who writes, but he uses other people's stories and then rehashes them. He uses other people's the characters. So he might write a story with Superman. He might write after he's read a steampunk universe kind of story. He'll write about Superman, Wonder Woman, and Spider-Man, and here comes another secret superpower. Ooh, vampire killer person, or whatever. It's very basic stuff, but he thought he'd have me as a slave writing his material. That's popular. And my niece has actually done that. It turns out over 800 women, possibly 700-800 women, have provided Melissa Udd with so-called talent by slavery. They've dragged an ancient woman named Donna with them. It is Dawn Blackmer's stepmother. And by the way, Melissa and the rest of the family have also made slavery threats on behalf of the morons in the family. Including, ooh, I'm choking to that stench now from the sink. It smells like a swamp. Ooh. Run the exhaust better. There's a bum talking about radiation in 207. Remember, these are terrorists. If you think Waco was bad, he was a Girl Scout in comparison. Let's see, they've hidden so much, and they've forced, coerced, and rewarded people to keep their secrets. What am I doing? I'm plugging in chargers. Because I live like I'm homeless, so I always need lots of chargers. I can stand and go to the sink area. Smells as bad as a zombie. Smells like a zombie took a bath. Zombie took a bath. See that I'm fiddling around with chargers. Oh, that's not a good place for that.